My name is Michael Hagan, and here at Carrollton Christian Fellowship today, our daily Bible reading is found in 1 Kings chapter 1 and chapter 2. And then our daily devotional is found in the beginning of 1 Kings chapter 1. And so what we see here right off the bat is we see that David is now older and has become frail. And so because of this, there were some events and some individuals who desired to take hold and to take grasp and to take opportunity of this in order to self-promote themselves, in order to take something that wasn't them, in order to draw attention onto themselves and not onto the desires and the focus and the direction that God had and that God desired. And so in this can even be a lesson for us today in the church. And so we even see that all throughout the church and even in the early church, that Paul, even in his writings and what he had encouraged the early church to do, he had encouraged them to be aware of those and to not be fooled by those who desire to come in and to steal things and to steal attention and focus off of the Lord and off of the things of the Lord and what the Lord has given us and what the Lord desires to do in our life and in our hearts. And so these things and Adonai can be an example to us. He can be a sort of a lesson that we can learn from. And we hate that this happened. We hate that he chose and desired to go against the things of the Lord, but we can use these things as an example. And so there are four things that Adonai did in order to take hold and to take and to steal these things away. And these four things, if we ever see, one or two of these happening, we should really be on guard. We should really, our spider senses should be tingling. Our ears should be perking up. Whatever it may be, we should be coming aware of there might be something happening. But definitely, if we see all four of these things that Adonai is doing, we really should not allow it to come into the church. Paul says that actions and activities like this within the church should be pushed out and should not be allowed. And so these actions that we see with Adonai, what we see that he did, and in the manner in which he conducted himself, if we read and we look at verse 5 specifically, we look and see that he self-exalted himself. He had no humility. He prepared and multiplied for himself his power and the power of which and how the world gauged and viewed power. And then we see that he built up and he multiplied a posse in order to come behind him and in order to build him up, in order to let others see that there is a populace that is behind him, that it's not just one individual, but there is a magnitude, a great number of people that are behind him. And so because of a great number behind him, of course, more will follow him. And then lastly, we see that Adonai gives and offers a profane sacrifice and does not sacrifice to the Lord. And so these four things, these are examples, and these should be warning signs and things that we should be aware of if we ever see them in and happening within the church. So I hope that this is a blessing. I hope that you have a blessed one today. I hope that you go forward in all things. Take care. Have a blessed one.